Good morning, everyone. My name is Alex, and this is Broken Pines Farm. Today, wood chipping time. My father is just going to bring the tractor over to the orchard. Beautiful morning, little chilly. Fall has fully set in. My favorite time of year, to be honest. I love Christmas time. I also love the build-up towards Christmas time. But I guess I'm a bit of a Christmas nut, my wife would say. So she has some strict guidelines for me. I'm not allowed to put up any decorations before after Remembrance Day, which is November 11th. And then I'm slowly allowed to put some stuff up. I always tell her it's a safety thing. Christmas lights in the house makes it bright at night, a lot safer. So I'll play that angle. So first order of business, the first real test for the wood chipper, we're gonna start taking care of those piles of branches that the previous owners left us so that we can fully expand the orchard. And I want to do this in the fall, create some wood chip piles. So I'm going to have plenty of wood chips to go when I'm ready to mulch everything. Otherwise, let's see how we do. Ideally, the two main culprits I'm going to get rid of, pile A, pile B. We'll see how quickly we can do this. There's some thicker trunks in there. The chipper can take up to 6 inches. I guess we'll put it to the test. This is mostly aspen or birch, which is not crazy hardwood. There are some rotten logs in there for sure. That's probably going to resemble what I have in the Christmas tree farm. So hopefully I can use that as compost, and perhaps whatever is planted in this area will just grow that much better, if the weeds and trees growing there are any indication. Oh, I can hear him. All right, here he comes. We're gonna get set up and let's start chipping. Here's the main alley that we cleared. You can see some nice airflow now for the trees. I'm gonna put some wood chip mulch on the bottom. We started chipping the red pine cuttings. One thing we figured out, you gotta be very, very careful and slow when feeding red pine. I wonder if the wet is better than dry, but the needles were clogging the wood chipper. We've now run out of fuel. We were chipping for a good 3 hours, and the tractor basically is running at full speed. Here's one of the piles. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. So we're just gonna come back later and spread it between the trees to make it nice and pretty. There's 3 giant piles in the orchard. We went through 2 of the piles. The one problem we had is similar to these big piles in the Christmas tree farm, is the bottom layer is just basically compost at this point. It breaks down in your hands. I was standing in the pile to try and grab some branches to toss them to my dad, and honestly, just with my own body weight, I was going through the branches that were breaking. So obviously those are pretty far along the decomposing process. So what I'll probably do is I'll do the same I did for the other ones. I'll make a giant pile and then I'll move that pile somewhere else, because I do want to use that space for planting, probably in the spring. A couple other things we realized: if the wood is starting to rot and the bark peels off, it doesn't work very well, because the hydraulic infeed just can't grab it, because either it's slick and wet or the bark just peels off and then it just sticks there and it just doesn't want to go through until either you feed a regular piece of wood that's going to go through with it, or you're just going to remove it. Also, if there's like a Y fork in the tree and it's not very flexible and fairly good size, the problem is it just gets jammed in the opening, because 6x8 is the max opening it has. It was chipping branches that were 5 to 6 inches quite easily. The nice straight long ones, no problem. But as soon as there's a fork, it was doing some funky stuff. So gotta find the limitations. I did slow down the infeed to try and give a chance to the cutters to do their job. But otherwise, it's so fun, and like, things are getting cleaned up so quickly. There's some stuff in the backyard I finally cleaned up. 2 of the piles are almost basically half the size they used to be. Now I'm going to throw everything in the giant pile together. We're going to move it. Obviously, a grapple would make things a lot easier, but we'll go from there. All in all, in the last video I said game changer wood chipper. I stand by my statement. It is a game changer. It's so much nicer now. We can use everything to its fullest. So every part of the tree now gets reused. I love it. Things get cleaned up right away. It's much nicer. But now that I'm going to cut the tree down, and I'm going to be careful how I trim the branches to make sure that they feed into the wood chipper nice and straight. Well, that's it for this one, folks. Thank you so much for watching. If you've liked, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. For more content, subscribe and leave a comment down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.